Hey guys, welcome back to D20 House, where a bunch of friends get together, roll dice, and slay monsters. It's Friday night, that's really weird to say, which means tonight, for the first time ever, we are playing Requiem, Vast Horizons. Welcome! Welcome to an age of wonder, an age of horror and great fear, but also an age of discovery. It has been 900 years since humans have begun to colonize worlds beyond their primary solar system. And with the Earth long abandoned and humanity having finally spread out amongst the stars in every possible direction, we have a motley crew of 9 individuals who have come together to serve aboard the USC Inevitable, a starship that has been repurposed for cargo hauling and general expedition. These 4 lovely players sitting in front of you are going to each introduce their characters shortly, and we're going to get into why anyone would want to be a spacer at a time like this. We work for a special company who has some very special rules for their employees, and as we get into it, I think you guys might come to understand why the Prometheus Acquisitions Corporation does things the way it does. But where we're picking up with our heroes, we are stationed at Terminus Yard, which is a neutral space station in Human Alliance space in the general territory of the Cygnus Association, which is kind of a loose band of federated galactic aliens. Yes, aliens! And as a galactic society, we'll learn a lot more about that as we go. But Terminus Yard! My friends, some of us have come from far and wide, from various worlds within the Human Alliance, to work here. Why here? Who are we? Let's get into this. Before we start, though, thanks, Chris.
I'm ready.
I want to thank State Azure, who is a wonderful, wonderful artist on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, who has given me permission to use this music in our live streams. Thank you, State Azure. You can find them on YouTube, Bandcamp, all over the place. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Been a big fan of them for many years now, mostly due to Matt Colville, and anyone who engages in the online community knows who that is. So, yeah, State Azure, Prometheus Acquisitions Corporation. I think we're ready to go.
PJ Boy wants to know if you need anything.
Do I need anything?
The horror just got real.
Oh God. Well, Ian, what's the tag in chat?
Speaking into that, the tag for this stream is !vast.
Nice. Exclamation point vast. Don't need anything, but I mean, I'm gonna get it anyway, right?
Do it.
We're not gonna be making rolls for like a little bit here. You know,
You could have phrased that a little bit better, but you know.
Oh no, that's exactly how I intended to phrase it, T.
Let's roll a duck.
So guys, we're getting right into it. Tonight we've got some people who everyone here you've seen on stream at least once before.
If you've watched all the streams.
Yeah, if you've kept up. We've got Chris.
I am Shecky, the professional space janitor and the rest. I originate from Pandora, backwater, lovely paradise of agricultural farm and function. I just took up this whole space keeping gig so I could pay my family back home before I kick the bucket. I'm 89 and out of my prime.
Thanks, old man. We got Odie, who you guys may have seen in the Jacksepticeye charity stream for Thanksmas.
Also, when we played twins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost forgot.
Ashton Meadows, I'm 35 years old, I think. Yeah, that's how Pandora goes. Yeah.
Younger.
I've been told that I've been able to explore the galaxy by my friends, so here I am. Having nothing else to do.
Having a good time, having a good time.
Having a good time.
All right, we got T.
T, I'm playing Kosham. I'm from Terran.
Terra.
I'm from Terra.
You are Terran.
I am Terran from Terra. Just a simple shepherd, and I have some debts to pay, so I'm here with the rest of the crew.
Thank you, Kosham. And we got Ian. Wow, I wonder if you know this guy.
You might know me from any stream that we've ever done, ever. I am playing Court Benelli, and I am here because I gotta be.
Same.
Ian, there's one stream I can think of you did not participate in.
There's been one or two where I've been sitting in the background way back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day, but God, that's barely on YouTube, so.
Some of them might not be on YouTube.
The one I'm thinking of with my fantasy system playtest, is still on YouTube, yeah. And the COD Zombies one as well, but yeah. All right, cool. We got Jackie, Ashton, Koshin, Shecky, my bad.
Don't worry, the law
Sorry,
people
I'll
do it.
Shecky, Ashton, Koshin, and Court. And we're going to have a great time, guys. I hope you're ready to have a great time. But with no further ado, we're going to get right into it. Players, have we come to a decision on which mission profile we want to pursue? You don't have to tell the audience what your options were. Yeah?
That was the vote, right?
The chill one? We want the we want
No, I thought the third one was the
Third one was absolutely out.
Well, wasn't that the corn?
Oh, ranked
in distance or
ranked in distance. Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
I would vote for the most direct, the easiest.
Vote for one. Vote for two. Vote for two.
Oh, great. Now I have to actually make a decision in the rest.
You can tie it up, or we
got
can
a
go with
coin?
number two.
To be fair, if you take the long distance one, you'll burn out more of your time. You know, your 25
Tails.
days of time.
One.
Yay, we tied.
Wait.
Okay, one. Oh, this is great.
Do we have a captain?
I changed my
We do
vote
have a
to
captain.
one.
You
I
guys.
break the tie. I changed my vote to one.
Okay, so one. We can get to the vote. Yeah, you have a captain. If you want to meet in the NPCs, maybe they can help us decide as well. Terminus Yard is this huge, just like orbital space station that is out around a relatively unimportant just mining world. Like this world doesn't even have a name. It just has a long serial number, you know? And the pack is set up here, and they have this yard, and lots of ships kind of pass through here for refueling and resupply. But there are only 2 ships on station here at all times. That it would be you guys, the Inevitable, which is not currently crewed, although you guys are technically about to start your tenure as its crew. And then the Avalon, which is not in port right now, but that has a crew of 6 people. But yeah, there's going to be the 9 of us, and technically we'll also have a 10th member who will be a security droid that you're going to interact with a lot.
Great. Love droids.
Yeah.
Okay, Mando.
I'm not being ironic.
Yeah, he does love droids.
They probably talk less.
Don't talk back.
Jesus Christ.
If you're the
I
ones that
can't
do, then
promise
I'm
that.
ready to say.
You a droid?
Not that I won't
Oh, no,
talk
I was
back.
talking.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I prefer droids.
Yeah.
Okay. There is the Yard Master, who none of you have ever actually met, but that is the person in charge of this orbital station. No one really interacts with the Yard Master, but that person runs everything around here and speaks directly to the higher-ups at PAC. But you guys do have a handler that you interact with. That would be Operator CM99. You've never seen this person. You don't know their real name. All you know is that there's a masculine voice on the other end of the computer system that is going to be in constant contact with you guys while you are out on mission. So if you ever have a problem that you cannot figure out with the crew alone, contact your operator. CM99. Yeah, Terminus Yard, Sector 19, Substation 83. So, in terms of your crewmates,
Okay.
here's where things are going to get fun. This is the map of our ship, and it does not have any of its rooms equipped currently. You'll understand why later. But Chris, you want to help me move these guys around?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right,
Chris, I
so
cannot believe you're 89 years young. Look at you go.
I know.
I'm just going to put him here in the middle of our ship. But we got
So
our green
dashing, so
figure,
handsome.
which is going to be Odie's character, Ashton. Is anyone just going by first or last names, or are we all just going to go
First is fine.
Okay,
First
Court,
is fine.
Ashton, Koshin.
In fact, don't refer to me.
Yeah, you're right. My bad.
I wanna talk to
Yes, sir. Okay, so in black, we have Court, our security officer. In green, we have Koshin, our...
No.
Switch.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Opposite.
In purple, we have Koshin, our duties manager. In yellow, we have Shecky, who is a staff officer because he's in charge of janitorial and stewarding and does some other little things, odd things around the ship in theory. And in green, we have Ashton, who is our xenobiologist and a navigation assistant. So you are not the chief navigator.
That's fine by me.
So Chris is yellow because he's a ray of sunshine.
Yes.
I've been in the bright, bright days, and usually after a whiskey or two, I feel even better.
And Ian is black because he doesn't want to be referred to.
Yep. Don't
He
notice
just
me.
wants to be a shadow.
All of my skill points are in stealth.
Ah.
Leave me be.
Can't promise that.
All
He's a
right.
paladin disguised as a rogue.
What's your name?
What's your name?
Oh, name.
All right. In red, we have Captain Billy Ara.
Of course he's red.
He's the most experienced member of the crew. Billy is not quite as old as Shecky, but he's a little older, I believe, than Koshan. This guy is in his early 60s, which in this post-Earth human society isn't too old. That's still middle-aged, because people can live pretty consistently up into their 120s to 140s at this point in time. So yeah, Captain Ara has been at it for a while, and he is the only member of the crew who has served aboard the Inevitable before. Everyone else are new to the ship. But that's all like the general kind of information we have about the dude. Otherwise, he's just a middle-aged Caucasian dude. He's got kind of just like dirty blonde hair, shaved on the sides. It's all just kind of slicked back up top, not particularly long. Blue eyes, some stubble, and he's got a decently like fit kind of build, you know. All right, in blue, we have Medical Officer Nora Andrews. She's a bit younger. She's 35, so I think she's exactly your age, right? Yeah. She's pretty new to working on a ship, but she's worked for the pack in non-shipping before. So at the very least, like you, she's a new crew member. But she has company experience.
What's the name one more time for me? I was interrupting with chat.
You're okay. Nora Andrews,
Gotta get them notes down.
medical officer. Yeah.
And I would like to make one clarification. Shecky's not old, he's experienced.
Yes, sir.
89 years young, baby.
Not,
Exactly.
not mutually exclusive.
You're right.
Seasoned.
In our kind of indigo, teal, whatever you want to call this color, we have Chief Astronomer Riva. That is her name. That is her whole name. You don't know anything else about her. None of you have actually met her. She was not at the briefing. But she will be the head navigator, so you're going to be assisting her in navigation.
R-I-V-A-H?
R-E-V-A.
R-E-V.
Riva.
I guessed that correctly.
I did too. I don't spell.
All right.
Can't handle these history.
Wait, so which one's blue and light blue?
You are...
No, the blue.
The blue one is Nora Andrews.
Nora Andrews,
Alright.
the
Medical
medic.
officer.
Then light blue.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Iconic.
In pink, we have our quartermaster. His name is Amrit Akari. He is going to be in charge of, supplies and such aboard the ship and all that fun stuff. Ooh. He was at the briefing as well. Sorry, I didn't describe Nora either. He's the quartermaster.
Quartermaster.
Nora, younger woman, Caucasian, like dark hair. She has very pretty eyes. You think she might be possibly psychic, but her eyes are blue, and then she has like the tiniest like ring of purple around the edge of them, like really bright purple. You know. Riva, we have not met yet. Amrit is, believe he may be like Hindi or like Indian, I suppose, or somewhere like kind of Southeast Asian style. But a lot of those people have moved out.
Yeah. Whatever that analogous
Yeah, well-
race, ethnicity is 900 years in the future.
Yeah, they still have their, their roots.
Same.
But people have mostly just kind of spread everywhere. Just for reference, you guys kind of get an idea what they look like. And then our electrical engineer in orange, we have Tobari Fasolo. And that I can spell if you guys need me to. He is about the same build as Captain Billy. He is the second most experienced member of the crew. after Billy, and he'd be tied with you, Koshan.
Okay.
But he got transferred to this station.
Billy.
Captain Billy, Billy Era. I know that's a lot of names, guys.
Captain, my captain.
You didn't give us a lot of information about Reva, right? We don't really know.
You don't
No,
know her?
nothing about
She
Reva.
did not
We
show
just
up.
know that they.
She was
they're
not at the
chief
briefing.
officer.
Lucky.
Riva is our chief astronomer.
Chief astronomer. Thank you.
So yeah, Ashton, you'll be working with her, but we don't know her yet.
And that's the kind of mint color.
I don't want my
She's the minty one.
You just focus on that, all right?
I will try my best. I'll talk to everyone.
All right. But other than that, there are just some like random crewmen that go around the Terminus Yard station itself. But most of the maintenance is done automated, and they try to not have like too many people out and about here all the time. This station, despite being relatively large, is only crewed by about 30 people. And then the crews of the ships who work here, so that'd be you guys and another 6 people. So it's a small population. And I don't expect any of us have been here particularly long.
Nope.
But anyway, that's all just the lore dump, the information for your NPCs, people who you've all at least seen their face once, for the most part. And you will not meet your droid until we are aboard the ship. But otherwise, yeah, if you want to go, I know you wanted to meet the captain and see if he had an opinion on what job to take, right?
Yeah.
All right, Shecky. Well, you can go find the captain in the mess area right now. And as you go up to him, he almost has this like he knows someone's looking for him. You get the sense of it as soon as you enter the room.
Great.
And he kind of,
Psychics.
yeah, he kind of like zooms in on you for just a second before he makes his way over and kind of meets you halfway. You're Staff Officer Shecky, correct?
Correct, on the dot.
Yeah, he goes to shake your hand.
Oh, Captain.
Billy Ara.
Billy.
I know we didn't have much time to speak in the briefing room, but you know how things get with higher-ups around here.
Yeah, you know, we're just here to get paid after all. And actually, not to take too much of your time, the rest, the mission that's upcoming. I was kind of curious what your opinion was within our 3 options.
Well, obviously it comes down to a vote for the whole crew, and I have the power to break ties in case anyone abstains. But myself personally, I think
Cargo or quarantine is what I narrowed it down to.
I think heading to Wander would be our best option.
Remind me which one that one is?
That was the quarantine relief.
That is quarantine
All right.
relief.
There are people out there who need help, and
Great, we got a good guy.
if we have it in our power, we should try to help them. That being said,
No,
I
you already won me over, Captain. Actually, yeah. Think with your heart. Oh, that's a good trait.
I understand the job.
Shecky, I love you already.
I understand the job to Bastion would be simpler, quicker, perhaps safer. And seeing as this is a new crew aboard this ship, and that it's recently been modified,
I heard that it was kind of clanked before. Is that true? Like, what happened? But if you don't mind me asking.
Touchy subject, pal.
Could I do a notice to see if it looks
yeah.
discomfort?
I was about to ask you for a roll.
They all died in my
Notice
arms.
with what? I'm assuming wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was the only one who could make it. to
First
the
roll of the
boss
campaign,
time.
7.
Hell yeah.
What's that on the die?
I got 6 on the die and +1
Okay.
with wisdom.
Oh, you don't have a
And,
notice bonus?
Well, I have a 0, which means I don't take a negative.
Classic,
right?
classic. Okay, good enough. He closes up just the tiniest bit when you say that, and you get the feeling, like the feeling washes over you when you feel him retract, pull back himself, emotionally for a second.
I understand.
This guy's got to be some kind of borderline psychic.
I've been through some things before, and I won't pry any further.
I appreciate it. I was just going to say, seeing as this is a new crew and a relatively recently refurbished ship, I understand if everyone wants to make the safest decision and take cargo to Bastion. It'll come down to a vote. But in regards to the recent occurrences aboard the ship, and he's gonna get into a bit of conversation with you in the mess. Hey guys, I see both of you seem to be rearing and raring for something real quick. Where are we? What are we doing?
Of the named and nameless crew members, what's the popular hairstyle? What's facial hair?
right.
I've been spending the past 2 weeks
You have
or
some
whatever
grooming to
on the
do.
way here, just getting shaggy,
Yeah.
just letting everything grow out so that I can potentially match the norm of anything.
Mullets. Mullets.
Nora has a bob that just barely comes past, but I mean
Of the dudes.
Of the dudes,
Yeah.
right? Okay, well that's fair.
I probably don't have quite enough stocked up for a bob.
Well, it's in
Amrit has his hair very short. It's like you think it was
Military cut?
recently military cut, and it's grown out a bit. Tobari's bald, and you think he shaves it not naturally bald.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of the nameless crew, is there an average? Is a crew cut popular? Is a high and tight popular?
The dudes going around, yeah, they keep it short. You see there's a lot of cutting the sides and the back and stuff, kind of like what Captain Billy has. And that's just good for helmet.
Right. Facial hair wise?
Facial hair, pretty short, pretty trim. So usually no full beards, but what you have and a little less than what you have already in is pretty typical for those who have the hair.
I immediately go into the barber at the space station and I just match.
Absolutely. Yeah, you go into a
I'm very ethnically ambiguous.
yeah.
And so I am just going to I'm going to take the average haircut, facial hair and all,
Yeah.
be done.
You go into what is a service robot who
Perfect.
says
Won't remember.
worthless plaintives and compliments to you while it's cutting your hair.
I figured out how the bots work and it's just
Yeah.
TI-8 off or whatever. The second I sit down, it just shut off the voice module. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, you shut off its voice module.
Yeah.
Great.
It's do you want small talk? No.
Yeah, you know the verbal commands to access its routines.
Yeah.
And so, okay, I like that.
They're just kind of easy peasy.
Do you have programmer?
No.
Okay.
The administrator.
Oh, well, that would be it. Yeah. Yeah, as you are getting done with your haircut, the voice comes back on, of its own, and it just says, I hope you've enjoyed your haircut and your stay at Terminus Yards.
Yeah, you're great, man. Thanks.
And you get the feeling it's gonna ask you some question or other, and you just leave.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
If there's a survey, if they usually have surveys, I don't even bother
Oh yeah. it's
saying no. I just walk out.
some kind of survey. Yeah. You head out. Great. You
Either
get the
that
haircut.
or there's the excellent, 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 and then I walk out.
5, 5, 5, 5, 5.
Yeah.
Yep. Is that all?
That is realistically all I have to do.
Fantastic. Yeah, you just have this huge circular space station. It's like a torus, right? With a huge kind of needle through the middle that attaches in various bridges to the main structure from above and below. You have this huge just rotating space station you can wander around until it's mission time. But, we don't leave until 0700 hours, and you guys have plenty of time. And of course, this is all going off a Terran standard, so that's 24 hours.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Do my little gear check. All good to go.
Cool. Yeah, does anyone want to get more information about the job specifically, or?
I'm checking out the cargo bay.
Okay, you go to the ship.
Or we can go to the ship early.
Yeah, you can.
Then I would as well.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, you go check out. You've never been in the ship. All right.
I need to get real familiar with my station real fast.
Kosham, you get to the ship and you take your stock of the cargo bay. I mean, it's empty right now.
Yeah.
Except for you see there are some crates and some things set in here already for these are your resources.
Stocking the mess
for
hall and stuff.
Yeah, and you guys have a fabricator that's going to turn all this hyper dense food material into actual food, which is really convenient for storage purposes, and nutritional purposes as well. So it's not going to take up most of your space, fortunately. That being said, you guys only are going to be given enough to achieve your mission time and then a redundancy of 1.3 times. So you could do your mission 2.5 times, or 2 2.3 times and not starve. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So with redundancies, they're loading staff resources and tools and stuff. It's mostly just like cargo bots coming in and out of here. But roll a notice check for me.
Absolutely. Come on.
I'd assume wisdom.
No, 2d6.
Oh, it's 2d6.
Yeah, 2d6 plus notice plus wisdom. Are you trained in notice?
I am.
Good.
2d6 plus notice plus wisdom. So that's going to be 10.
10.
Fantastic.
Someone, like a person, a human person, has been in here, and you think is probably still aboard the ship. At that point, you hear boots coming up the gantry. Hey, Court, you met this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're the tall one.
Average.
Oh, you're average. How
I'm
tall?
wonderfully average height.
Oh, okay, both of you.
I'm it's like right around, I guess, what is average?
It'd be
Like-
just like 5'9" ish.
Okay, so I guess I'm a little bit taller.
So I
like
thought.
a flat 6 feet.
Yeah. Unfortunately, traveling out into the stars hasn't really helped humans get taller over time. So, you know,
5'3" kings, let's go.
3 kings, let's go. Yeah.
There's a hot
Do I have a map?
outside.
Do we have like a map of the ship that we were given?
Yeah, you have a basic diagram of the ship. You know, the engineer has the most
You like that?
extensive
Thank you. Thank you.
diagram.
I don't need an extensive diagram. I need to know where my bay is.
Yeah, you can.
And I'll nod.
Yeah, I'll nod at you. It's fine.
Oh,
Cool.
great. Yeah. You head over to your bay and you head through, like, you have to scan your security badge to get
Yeah.
through the cargo bay doors. Engineering is like a mess, and you realize there's like the spike drive is back here. This is just letting everyone know now.
I'm now no longer going to walk that way.
The 2 engine rooms, yeah, you can
I'm going to go through the middle.
You can go through engines or through electrical. Neither's like great, obviously.
Nah, I don't trust them engines.
Don't be in the engine rooms when we take off. Like you can be in the engine rooms after the ship's already moving or before, obviously. But if you are in the room while the spike drive activates and you are not a meta scion, it will melt your brain. And that's a rule. That's not a probability. So don't do that.
Unless.
You're not a meta scion.
I'm not. Don't look at me.
They're a bio scion.
Nice.
Yeah, you head to your station and it's a really simple space, 15 by 15,
It's
and
got like
there's
the
a monitor.
cage for housing all the secure weapons and stuff. For
Actually,
lockers.
the security and the armory is not in the gunnery station. And as you kind of like look at your thing, you realize
Yeah. I've got a storage bay.
security's on this side.
Oh,
And
okay.
so you kind of go around the ship whatever way you get to it.
I avoid the room where I've already seen another human being.
Okay. In that case, going through the main area,
We'll get along just fine.
going through the main area, you run into a person.
Shit.
Yeah, I know.
It's just that little, just under the rug. Shit.
Love it. Love that for you.
I hope the nod gets me by this one as well. I should have taken the safe bet. The nod was good with the last one.
It's not I.
Because I need to do some stuff in my secure storage area
But
for
you-
the weapons and stuff.
As you go through the main junction, you see a woman, not in her like colored like astronaut suit, but in her
Civilian attire. Or whatever.
not in civilian attire, because you guys can all be in this civilian attire right now if you want to be. She's in her just like jumpsuit that we're all going to wear on board the ship, but when we're not suited for EVA, right, which is extravehicular activity. But yeah, you think that's the woman we haven't met yet? That's probably Reva.
Oh, I'd like to roll notice then to size her up.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Have a plan to kill everyone you meet. It's
8.
8. What's your strength?
Just
0?
10. Yeah, 0.
She could kick your ass. Like,
Nice.
and
I love a woman that can kick her ass.
Got some gains.
We live a
you get the
strong
feeling,
team.
like, just looking at her with a 10, you think she could be ex-military. Now, what she's doing in this life, who knows?
Or any of us.
But there is just like a hardness in her gaze, and when she sees you, like, it softens a little bit, and she just kind of like looks at you because she wants to like, you get the feeling she was trying to figure out too. And she just like gives you like an awkward wave and then puts the power tool back on the wall that she was looking at. And you just go past.
Yeah, little nod,
Absolutely.
the little acknowledgement.
She's not gonna like say hi to you either.
Perfect.
Perfect. Maybe we'll get along.
Sus, but maybe my kind of person.
Cool.
Threat or friend to be determined.
Yeah, you go to, this is the security bay. This is attached to the life support redundancy. And
this has like, so anybody could get access to it, but then like the weapons, there's like a cage
there is a weapons locker.
specifically for.
Yeah. There is like
need
an
to get to-
impenetrable weapons locker that
big
you
is
can swipe through. It's pretty big.
Big enough to lay down in.
Yes.
Perfect. I go in there and I take one of the small lockers, and that's where I put my bedding.
Yeah, absolutely. You go in there, and there are already a bunch of weapons and stuff. Some like pretty good weapons too. They have they have laser rifles. They have some very basic concussive rifles. There's a fucking blast torch, which is like okay. And you see there is a secondary bay in the very back of this weapon locker that you think houses a humanoid droid.
Okay, just like a little, it stands in it. Tiny locker.
Yeah, but the door is like closed. It's like a little sliding door.
Yeah. I do weapons check on every weapon, make sure that they're
Good.
clean, ready to rock, charged for laser and pulse stuff. And then I familiarize myself with the droid.
Okay.
I set some basic protocols and stuff.
Yeah.
Does the droid happen to have a storage locker on it?
Yes, it has an open cavity in its chest that it can hide. It can put things in.
Yeah, handgun.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it has like a phased
It can have its own. That's
weapon
fine.
built into its wrist.
That one's not for it.
But yeah, the locker opens up as soon as you activate it, and this just like humanoid droids, like almost Terminator-ish, steps out. It's not like a skull, right? But it is like very
Kind of faceless.
It's very skeletal, faceless. It just has like the two glowing, just like red eyes.
Great.
And no mouth or anything. It just kind of steps out. Are you the security officer?
Correct. Are those eyes actually sensors, or are they just for like my viewing pleasure?
The eyes are real sensors. I have backup sensors.
Can you dim the light?
It dims.
Set to minimum.
They can be disabled.
Perfect. Do that.
I would like to note
I don't need no glowing eyes in my ship.
I lose infrared capabilities without the sensors.
Set to minimum.
Yeah, okay. As your second in command in charge of security aboard the Inevitable, what is your first command?
I set, realistic right now, I just set the basic protocols. Go over what my hand signals mean, specific to me, what my voice commands mean, specific to me.
It seems my drives have been reset. I do not know your name.
Court.
Court,
You know what? Just call me one.
1.
Thanks.
Accessing. Clyde,
Go by 2.
2. Deleting Clyde.
Oh no, Clyde!
You'll never know. You'll never know.
Clyde, the man who could have been.
Yep, he gets back in his storage locker after practicing some of the sign and the hand motions.
Yeah.
And your thieves can't, basically, right?
Yeah.
And then he goes back into stasis. Now, you are now synced up as security officer. You can summon him from anywhere aboard the ship or anywhere within 100 meters of the ship.
Primo.
Yes. However, he does not go outside of that functional range unless you want to modify him.
Unless I have to like dive deep into the settings. That's okay.
Cool.
That should be just fine.
Yeah. All right. This is a pretty medium unit. It can take some hits. It can fight in melee, like without a weapon. It can just punch through, bone, and it can dent most armor. And it does have its own just like basic weapon, and you've given it a laser pistol, so that will help.
No. It has its basic weapon, and I've
normal
given
pistol.
myself a laser pistol
Okay.
that it keeps on board.
Great.
If it really needs to use it, absolutely it's authorized, but like in all reality, that's for me.
Cool. And I just want to know, standard settings, stun or kill.
Absolutely kill.
Okay, cool. We don't fuck around.
It might be mission specific, right? If we got some like shady VIP and I need to get the VIP there, default to stun, but 99% of the time, I'm not here to play games. Like,
No.
I'm here to live.
Yeah.
First, ask questions late.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thanks, Court. Good survey of the place.
Is the so it is a sealed door to the weapons closet that I now live in.
And then there's a sealed compartment to the robot in the weapons closet.
Are those solid walls no one can see inside?
Yes,
Is it like a
solid.
plastic glass?
It is a solid cabinet.
Okay.
But like it is also a explosives, flame, and laser-proof cabinet. So like,
I like that.
yeah.
It might be a little expected of me to be there once people find out I don't sleep in my bed, though.
What are they gonna do?
But I might just hide some bedrolls elsewhere.
You also have access to security logs on your person, so you're good.
Cool. And the ship has cameras inside out.
Yeah, it has sensors. Absolutely.
Perfect.
Cool. Yeah. Ashton, what's going on?
I'm gonna go talk to Nora.
Okay. Yeah. You go find her currently in crew quarters aboard the yard. Yeah. As soon as you knock on her door, you just hear, "Just a second," and then like a moment later, the door opens and this woman kind of like clumsily, and she's just like look in her eyes, and you get the feeling like she has not been like up and about very long, and she's just like, hi.
Hello.
You were Meadows.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to ask your first name again, probably 2 more times.
It's fine. It's Ashton.
Ashton, Nora.
Hello.
And she goes to shake your hand. It's lovely to meet you. I'm sorry, what is your role aboard the ship?
I am assistant to the navigator.
Right, okay. So you were the xenobiologist.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have a wonderful time. I'm the ship's medical officer, but it was my minor to study xenobiology.
Oh.
So, but I specialize in the non-humanoid sentient species, at least the ones that the ones we're on good terms with. So, what can I do for you?
I just wanted to get to know you because I had a feeling that we were going to get really close and personal during missions and stuff like that.
We're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Phrasing.
Have you
They said what they meant, and they meant what they said.
have you gone aboard the ship yet?
I have not.
That's fair. I don't know where you're going to be staying. I know there's like the extra crew compartments, but Captain Ayers recommended I stay in the crew compartment 1. So I guess if you're housing there, I'll see you.
Alrighty.
Oh, there's numbers on the crew compartments?
Oh yeah, it's just 1 and 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
these are the.
They're like pods, like sleeping pods.
They have sleeping pods in those rooms. Yeah.
Okay, and those aren't numbered.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say what was my number because that would be what I would give to the robot.
So all those are just like extra sleeping spaces, and especially if you have like guests aboard the ship. But all of you are expected to sleep at your quarters, for the most part.
They can expect that.
And the good thing is,
Hey, Holy Night Smite. Thanks for the 1,000 biddies.
Thank you.
what was that, $10?
Yeah. Sorry I'm late. No
No worries, man.
reward selected.
Never late.
We love you, bud.
Hey, it's good to see you
Exactly when
again.
you were meant to be.
Yeah, wizard is never late, nor is he early. Yeah, you have 2 different like areas you could sleep in because you could do gunnery or security, but security is obviously the shit. So,
Oh, is there there's actual devoted space?
there's just like a small cot in the gunnery, and then there is a small cot in security, but that's not like sequestered the way I know you want it to.
Yeah, but it's expected now.
It is. So are you gonna roll up an extra sleeping roll and put it in your bed?
No, I was hoping there wouldn't be a cot normally in the security
You could have it removed.
bay. Well, no, because it won't have any realistic effect. I can't hide it anywhere else in the ship.
every major station,
Oh, well.
which
We'll be okay.
every major station, which is every room except these 3 transitory rooms,
Yeah.
every room has at least a cot for
okay.
R&R. So, yeah.
I'll get a whole bunch. That's what I'll do. I'll wind up. I've got in my bag just like some small BS knickknacks that I've picked up around different places.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to the gunnery station and I put my knickknacks around the cot there to make it appear that that's where I'm going to be staying.
Classic. Okay.
The knickknacks mean nothing to me. They're postcards from places I've never been and never cared to go.
All right.
I love it.
Nora's like,
Distraction.
Their totems do an ethnicity.
what did you
I'm not.
last say to her?
Like,
You're telling her like, just want to meet you because we're gonna get
Yeah,
to
yeah,
know each
because
other.
we're getting to know each other.
everything to
recently.
just.
We
obscure
talked
and
about
vague.
housing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obfuscate.
All right. Well, we're leaving in the morning, like first thing in the morning, right?
I think so, yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, Holy Night Smite, thanks for the 50 biddies. It is not. I accept generously the rerolls. Thank you.
Oh, for Ian? Great. I'm still a bit lagged.
No, you're good. I'll let you be.
Oh no, it's okay. Thank you. She just like kind of like awkwardly like double takes the door and it's just like, bye, and she closes it because she's just you can tell she's a wreck. Like she's a college student who worked for the company in some fucking position, and now she's like, well, I'm gonna be in a spaceship, and it's like, oh, honey.
For 25 years.
Yeah, we're 25 missions, but she's like, 25 missions will go fast.
Shecky knows
What
that's
did you
not
think,
true.
Muriel?
Ugh, I gotta keep these people safe.
I mean, you guys are guaranteed to get like months of rest time between missions, you know? So like, we're gonna be in this together for years.
All in this.
The ship has tons of like, is all the electrical and piping is exposed. There is no like siding to any of these.
Lots of the rooms, it's
They're not
exposed. That's what all the greebling is on here. A lot of the rooms, it's exposed. But it's not an active danger. Like, nothing's going to electrocute anyone unless they go in electrical.
We do not have a named head engineer.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We have the electrical.
Yeah, we have
Tobari
very
Fasolo is
cool-
electrical engineer, so he's the guy who's going to take the main job.
Oh, I missed him.
And I believe Amrit and Sheki here are going to assist.
Yeah,
Everyone is at least expected to be able to do the basic amount for every job. But yeah, Tabari's the main guy.
I'll get a hold of him at some point. I have some general questions to ask about like the gymnasium room
Absolutely.
and the pipes in the walls.
Yeah,
around
as you explore,
And the pipes. I want the specifics on the pipes.
I need to know what's
please.
non-vital so I can hide a bedroll and a go bag
as you explore, you realize.
in the cargo.
So the
bay
way
of
our
the gym.
sleeping situation is, right? Each like major station has a thing that pulls down from the ceiling, and you climb up it into a little like circular pod
Okay.
that you sleep in the ceiling, and then you pull your ladder back up.
Okay.
basically.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like this ship a lot more now.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And in the pod, there's a little panel that I can pull out to put a backpack behind that nobody else will know about.
There's like a very small storage space in the pod.
No. Not something that people know about.
Oh,
I want
you know,
I want to pop tabs.
you know, you could probably do it if you like. Just roll like a dex check for me, 2d6 and a dex. If you have a skill that you think is applicable, sure.
8.
8, yeah, you could.
I can kind of figure out.
You could figure it out in like 10 minutes
I also have my.
without fucking anything
I have
up.
my thieves tools.
Oh, in that case, it's easy. Yeah.
Perfect. It's gonna
Yeah.
be little go bags of like MREs and like single breath oxygenators all across this ship that I'm gonna have.
Yeah.
As I get done with
Gonna
the
make this place a
conversation with the
home.
captain, and of course, talking about the rough topics. Well, just like
Handguns
adventures
everywhere.
and times that I drink too
Ian.
much. Basically, it's just Checky, just being Checky. But you'd ask, say, Billy, could you actually give me well, I'd like to know what you'd like me to do on the ship, of course, because I know how to fix things, and of course, I'm really good at making stuff clean. So actually, I would ask, could you take me just on a quick guided tour of the ship, like the engine rooms and
Absolutely.
places you'd like? My station, most specifically. I wish to be the best janitor on this ship.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if we can round up anyone else nearby who may not have gotten a full tour of the ship yet, and we can kind of run through things together, seeing as I'm the only human crewmate familiar with this ship's workings?
Absolutely. On your 6, Captain.
That's not ominous.
Yeah, you guys get some people together.
Yeah.
Amrit is nearby, and as you guys head to the ship, you'll probably run into this one as well, Ashton. And then as you guys get into the ship, you are still on board, right?
Yeah. I'm assuming, do we have like a tablet or something to like keep track of all our stuff?
You have a PDA. You have a wrist-bound PDA.
Okay, cool. So
Either-
I'm like going around and like basically cataloging as much information as I can about the cargo bay.
Yep,
And when these guys come in, I will go talk to them.
absolutely.
Does it have like a cover for the PDA?
Uh,
Not just
Stop,
glowing
stop,
24/7.
stop.
It's like
you
hiding
can
it,
just
like
turn it off.
peeking it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I always feel like
I make sure to shake
somebody's
everybody's
Now-
hand.
watching me.
The one built into your like EVA suit will have like a Kevlar like screen. You just like pull over it, so
right.
your screen doesn't get shattered by debris or anything.
I'm placated.
Absolutely.
Debris, they
That is
say.
always on.
Kevlar. That's what you want Kevlar for, is debris.
Uh huh.
It's a sprawling.
It's not literally
It's for
Kevlar,
sprawling.
but yeah, it's a ballistic proof fabric. You know, they would have much better shit than Kevlar here. We already do. Or we're getting there. you
That's
know.
all I'm saying.
Yeah, you are aboard the ship, and you see a crew of about 4 more people start to come aboard as well. So, I believe Amrit would be orange. Yeah. No, Amrit is pink. My bad.
Of course, I'd shake Amber's hand and it's like, hey, Shecky, Amrit, nice to meet you.
You just, nice to meet you.
I'm looking forward to working with you, the rest. If you need anything specifically done in the rest, we can go over it in after time.
Of course.
Done with
Likewise. Have you served on a ship like this before?
Oh, yeah, plenty of time.
I expect so.
Not my
Well,
first rodeo, as I say.
I'm glad to have so many
I
veterans,
understood that.
so many veterans aboard. From what I understand, Mr. Fasolo is also very experienced, and at that point he kind of sees you. And this one, and he goes to shake your hand.
Shake his hand.
Amrit, nice to meet you.
Kosham.
Kosham, wonderful. Where are you from, Kosham?
Tara.
Terra. Me too. Well, it's good to meet so many friendly folk aboard. When I went through basic, everyone in my class were mostly kind of keeping to themselves. So,
Certainly best if we all get along.
Captain Ayers just kind of like gives you the regard because you've at least met him before, and again, him, and Tobari are like all almost the same level of experience in different regards. But of course, you've not been aboard this ship, and he is going to give everyone the tour. So yeah, I'll explain the audience what I told you guys earlier. We have the cargo bay, we have our 2 engine rooms on either side of it, and our electrical. These are all the domains of the engineer, and each of them is security locked. Heading from there, we have the security bay, we have life support and hydroponics, which is relatively undeveloped, just so you know, because I know you're interested in that. We have crew quarters 2, crew quarters 1, and this includes like kitchen and mess and stuff like that, and the bathrooms. And then this area, this would include,
Jim.
oh no, Jim would be over here. This would be like hypersleep stations. The stasis stations are here as well. It's all pretty small, you know, it's a confined little ship. Over here, we have our gym, our fabricators, what was basically our shower, and I'll explain how that works. There are 3 transit stations where we have tools in these halls, like on the walls and shit. We have our gunnery station, our navigation station, and we have, of course, the bridge up at the front.
Oh, goodness.
Oh shit! Who, what, hi, wow.
Holy nice, mate.
Thank you for the 3,000 biddies.
So generous.
Thanks, you got
Rerolls for the rest of the lads.
Thank
Fucking lad.
you.
To avoid the
Most of it.
face stealing monster
I
they're
swear.
talking about in chat.
Oh, God.
Yes, Ko, the face stealer. Sorry, wrong campaign.
Coming eventually.
Oh my god.
Well,
This party will not make it to the spirit world. Well, you're right, they will, but not in that way.
all right, yeah, but you guys get the tour. He shows you most of the things I already just explained to Ian about like each individual room having the pull down and various things. Here's the important thing: these red sections between rooms, These are the hallways to go from section to section. Each of these is a closed airlock with 2 doors. That way, if any portion of the ship breaches, it is contained. Also, each section has 2 EVA suits. That means there are a fuckload of suits on this ship, and when you put a suit on, if it, most of them will fit you because they're pretty open and kind of accessible. They also have features where like you can tighten them and make them better fitted to yourself. It does not take very long. Also, the fucking color palette will adapt. They are all at a base level gray. And when you log into the PDA on the EVA, it will give you all your preferences, like immediately. It's surprisingly high-tech stuff to give to individual workers, but that's the kind of money the pack works with. So it's fine for them.
I mean, they're paying us
12
each
million
a
credits and
lot of
12 million credits
Well,
each.
On the assumption we survive.
I'm just gonna make new friends.
Bro.
That's a spirit.
Well, even if you die, they're still paying 12 million to someone. Unless you have
Apparently it's safe.
literally no one to inherit your money. So,
Then
I
they'll
got-
just take it back.
Got plenty in Pandora back there.
no, they actually end up making sizable donations to various things. At least that's what they promise.
For tax write-offs.
Yeah.
Donations to charities they own.
Yeah, they have like a mortality fund, basically, kind of thing.
I'm so sorry. Can you run these by us again? So we have the navigation station,
Navigation,
bridge,
gunnery,
gunnery.
bridge.
Okay.
Bridge.
Captain, could I have permission for the hydroponics bay as well as the kitchen facilities and the
Jim,
rest? I actually was a
is
camp
this
cook
one?
at one point.
Bays? No.
Oh, absolutely.
I think
Everyone
it's
has full
all
access to the
connection.
ship except for the security room, but even that can be negotiated.
The little
Oh,
rectangle,
understood.
the next
Yeah.
one past
Oh, awesome.
that
That's nice.
side.
Yeah.
Aren't these the crews?
Crew quarters,
Is there
that
any
one's got, like,
maintenance
the
tunnels
gym,
or
that one's got, like, the
hatches
mess
between
hall.
these
Well,
sections?
that would be the domain of the primary engineer. However, I think since you have worked things out with Amrit and Mr. Fasolo, I can get you access to those. Yeah,
Yeah.
he interacts with your PDA and he gives you security
And
clearance to
the
get into the
storage.
access shaft. So here's how it works, Chris. All the white space, all the gray space between rooms
Electrical.
is engineering access.
All right.
You can get into any of them from any room, from basically any corner of the room. You just
bottom
like
one as well.
pull a panel out and like kind of shimmy in, and you can get between each
I'm not
space.
totally sure
Pretty
about those two, but I
easily.
know that's just a hallway.
Amrit, good to borrow you.
Oh, yeah, of course. What's up?
Yeah. Tell you what. Let's go over. I'm going to share with you my credentials and the rest of what I've worked on before, and you and me should go through the ship and the rest, and then figure out what I'd be best working on, and your domain, my domain, where I could be help to you.
Of course. To be certain here, because I could have misread the schedule, we're not doing pre-flight checks until 2100 hours, right?
Oh, I mean, if we're off time, I actually don't really take downtime. If you actually want to take your evening off, I'll probably scour the maintenance hatches and figure out what the loose wires.
No, that's fine.
I'll just figure it out.
If we're going to get the work done early, then we should just talk to, well, I guess the people in charge of that would be you and the captain, and just, get some extra R&R before launch, right?
All right. Well, I'll do all my own
right, cool.
inspection.
Pre-flight checks. Yeah, he's going to go get some tools and stuff, and yeah, you guys are going to spend most of the rest of the day in the ship working in its bowels, huh?
Yeah, like figuring out
Okay.
if there's any potential problems with the capabilities of the ship, if there's damage in the hull, like how's our plasma cannon looks, we have enough fuel, and like doing like the just figuring out can we make it.
They come through security. Are you still in there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they come through, and Captain Ayers just kind of like, as soon as he sees you, our security officer, Court Benelli, correct?
Yeah, that's fine.
Well met.
Could I ask you what you prefer, Mr. Court or Benelli?
Just Court's fine.
Nice to meet you, Court.
Or
Right.
one.
Hello, one.
That's just fine. Keeps
Wow.
it easy.
Why one?
Because the robot's number 2.
1 and 2. Well,
I see you've already met our security automata.
Yeah, I was told there would be one, so got it set.
I see.
1 and done, and 2 is good.
He
You cleared for those firearms?
Oh, Yeah, I've shot them plenty of times.
Everyone aboard this ship is cleared for the
In,
class
back,
of weapons.
in
they
Pandora,
were
there's a thing called
supplying.
mud raptors in the rest, and if you aren't really good at shooting in the rest, they can actually get at your ankles pretty
Cool,
close.
man.
D6 inspiration.
Thank you, guys.
Or D6 inspiration too, both of you.
Hey.
Yeah, he kind of like leans in for a second. I'm perfectly fine with you giving yourself a shorthand. I know, especially working in security, but I hope you know, I'm not going to refer to you by a number, Cord.
You refer as you desire. That's just fine.
All right.
You're the boss.
Well, it's not about that, but all right. He kind of takes a second, and you've renamed our droid 2.
Yeah. Keeps it easy for calling.
Wait, rename. You can do that? Shaky's
It's-
always been checked, though.
It's a robot, though.
Well, people can rename themselves, sure, but
Security droid.
gonna make pre-flight clearance a hell of a lot more complicated if you do so quickly.
Yeah, you're right.
Come on, let's go on to hydroponics. And yeah, he keeps showing you guys around.
Which one is hydroponics?
The next one up. This is life support, and the hydroponic system is extremely gutted right now. Basically, there's like nothing. But the hydroponics exists to make the life support system more efficient over time. You guys are at any given time cleared to operate for up to 8 months in space without support. That's like our life support system. That does not mean you have 8 months worth of food. But no matter what, the oxygenator will not give out for 8 months unless there's a mechanical failure. So, and even then, we have obviously a backup. Cool. Yeah, he gives everyone just kind of the rundown of the ship. Your station, navigation, right? But also you'll be needed in bridge a lot because you're the xenobiologist. You're one of the xenobiologists.
I would quietly tail the crew on the full rundown.
Sure. What, you want to just like get a read for people?
A read for people, plus I
Ashton,
also
nice to meet you.
care to know.
Yeah, you
Specific-
My
get
favorite
those-
thing
get those
about
extra little
traveling to the
details.
treetops.
yeah, you learn the things.
Well, as if you can avoid all the...
Roll some kind of check
I'm
for
fine
me
with
to
that.
kind of size everyone up if you would like.
Notice.
Just notice, sure. Yeah, wisdom or charisma works.
Oh,
Fair.
I'm going to use a reroll on that 5.
Good man. Okay.
I want to know about some of these folk.
Oh, baby.
13 total.
13. That's
Maximum.
really good. Okay, first of all,
I was gonna roll a notice against you, but I'm gonna let it lie.
okay, Ayers. Or not Ayers, sorry, Aira. My bad. Captain Aira. He seems like a genuine. He seems like a morally conscious kind of guy.
The hero.
Oh boy, yeah, he might have a bit of a hero thing going on for him.
He's got,
But from what you read from his dossier, at least, he is the only member of the crew who's worked in this specific ship, and from what you understand, and what he explained to you earlier, I don't know if you guys would read the dossier kind of things.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah,
you're the security
absolutely.
dude, so
100%.
I like to know my friend.
yeah.
Yeah.
no one's brought it up to him directly other than yourself. The entire last crew of this ship is dead. He was a part of that crew, and he was off for medical reasons. Like, he was not working, and they had a replacement for him for one job,
And that's when it all went
and
down.
everyone died. It is remarkable. It is like astronomically remarkable that they recovered the ship in a usable state, and they were able to revamp it and just make it work.
But it doesn't have details about what it was.
Nope. Nope. The mission log is sealed. You would have to ask the yardmaster for that. So,
Not too worried about that.
I
Next,
know when not to
Nora.
ask questions.
Nora is, God, she's young. She's an intellectual,
Young and
right?
soft.
She's a
Got it.
liberally educated.
Ah, that's what you say.
well, that's what college does. She's probably from, like, just judging from her the way she holds herself. She's probably from Minerva. She's probably middle class, and she's woefully clumsy, which is wild. She's our medical officer, but from what you read, she's very impressive in terms of actually performing
Under
on the
the
job.
knife.
Yeah, it's just outside.
Does she have a firearms clearance?
She does not.
Okay, good. All right.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say I was.
She has a low watt phaser clearance, so she can stun things.
She can tase people.
She can't do structural damage.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple of these people that I've been hearing about, and if they have clearance, that might be a little suspect.
She didn't apply for it.
Good.
So
All right.
at the very least, she either has an aversion to it or she knows what she's good at, and she's not gonna try to fuck around.
Okay.
But she is very capable.
Reva's not in the group. You're in the group.
Riva is not around right now. Amrit is with you guys. This one's here. With a 13's incredible. Is there anything obvious he can tell just from watching and observing you?
I can see into your soul.
Very optimistic.
Very optimistic.
Very optimistic. Very chatty.
Soft target. Got it.
Still though, you can. Well, not quite though, right? Because like you can see. What's your wisdom?
My wisdom, like the score, 14.
Yeah, you can see. I mean, this guy is alert,
Bright-eyed.
and he's probably from like maybe a less, like one of the less safe planets, you know, or a slightly more dangerous locale at least, or maybe it's just a personal circumstance thing. But like, wouldn't just say soft target, even though he's really stupidly nice.
That's what soft target means.
That's fair.
Absolutely.
I do know my nickname in high school.
Everybody can perform when you're both in bunkers and you know you're supposed to shoot at the other person.
Right. That's fair. Mud raptors.
And you?
What are you gonna tell about me?
13's high.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's as high as
You'll
you
see.
can
There's like little scattered scars across the hands. Mullet, kind of scraggly, doesn't shave every day. Look.
Tired.
Tired. Yeah, fairly tired, but kind of barrel chested and doesn't say a lot.
Got it. And then the last guy that was with the crew was Amrit, you said?
Yeah, Amrit.
Amrit?
Amrit, sorry.
Amrit.
Yeah, Amrit. Amrit Akari. He seems like the kind of guy who, from what you understand, is like scrappy. Like, he looks like a scrappy kind of, not like nervous the way that Nora is, where she's like socially and physically clumsy, but he seems like he's
Turned
twitchy,
on.
always a little on. Yeah, that kind of nervous.
Good.
He is firearm cleared.
Oh yeah, I do have a laser pistol.
I also have a laser pistol.
If there's like
That worries me.
among all the people in the room who may be a little lower in your estimation, he at least seems to be the one who like really has an understanding of the gravity of what we're getting into here.
Okay.
So
All right.
cool. But yeah, this one and Nora, like, come on. God, Nora's a fucking mess. I love Nora.
It's going to be a challenge.
You gotta keep these people alive. But hey, she's
But I'm the only one who has access to the secure locker. Where are they supposed to house their firearms? Just on the shelf in their personal quarters? They got like a locker?
everyone is clear to carry certain levels of weapons aboard the ship.
Right.
But
But like nobody's sleeping with their handgun on their hip, right?
in theory, no. Whether
At least,
Gotta keep those mud
at
wrappers
least like
at
keep
bay.
it near.
If you allow them
reach,
to,
but
Say
not
my level
on your
four.
person.
if you allow them to,
No,
they
Then again,
can.
I'm usually full.
Ultimately, that
places
decision
that
is
one of me.
yours because while the company has policies about it, no one can examine your ship in deep space.
Right. Right.
You know, there are no inspectors to worry about, and
I'm not going to tell people what they can and can't do with their firearms.
absolutely not. Why would you, Ian?
But there's just that like they have their pod, and they've got like a lockbox in their pod, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
great. Yeah, we've gotten the tour.
I'm more so asking. I don't have to
Stay
let anybody else have
strapped.
access to my
Stay
secure
class.
lockers.
Did you want
Yeah.
the 13 about Shecky?
Absolutely.
So, I mean, he looks kind of unkempt and grizzled at a first glance in the rest. He keeps his hair very long. His beard's all over the place. There's grease stains
I
on his
love him.
uniform already. But you actually can see he is carrying a sawed-off shotgun that's actually attached to the hip at the perfect level where he can quick draw. And it looks like he actually has like a kind of dexterity about him where he would be able to pull it off. I mean, he is old, but he doesn't seem like he's never stopped working in his entire life.
Yeah.
His hands are calloused. He has like all sorts of like little burns and cuts that's from like welding and things.
Do you keep the hammer cocked on your shotgun?
Absolutely.
You're the guy who whips out the shotgun and like.
No,
With one arm and-
it's probably from the side. It's
Yeah.
literally just like
At the least, this is a TL2 class weapon. It's not going to cause structural damage unless he's directly in the hydroponics bay.
Is there such a thing as laser shotguns?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that a laser? It's a sawed-off laser
No,
shotgun.
that's a standard.
This is a
That's a
this is a
standard.
like old world shotgun.
Wow.
well, you gotta make do with your inheritance.
I like his style.
Well, he also has a laser pistol, but every single tool on his belt is actually immaculate, though, like in perfect position where he could use it on the fly too.
He's experienced.
He's not fucking around.
But I like to enjoy myself.
Work to do.
Work to be done.
Would your dossier have said what your job is?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna tell. Are we gonna tell?
Yeah, I don't
Everyone
know.
to
I mean,
general?
I don't know how much I'm supposed to. I don't know what it says in the dossier.
This one, I mean, it wouldn't say what kind of creature, but like this one is an alien shepherd for like an experiment, like basically like what Chris Pratt does in Jurassic World.
Oh.
This person's a
he does
shepherd
that?
for like he mines the velociraptors.
Oh.
But this one is a shepherd on an isolated reserve for very dangerous alien predators, like non-sapient pack hunters, and this one is helping domesticate them, which is like wild.
Dogs are fine.
like domesticate and kind of bringing them back from
Endangerment.
repopulating. Yeah,
Okay.
endangered.
Yeah,
Perfect. That's all I need.
yeah, cool. College educated, fucking laborer all your
World
life.
educated.
This guy,
Laborer.
yeah,
Shepherd.
wild, and then you,
From business.
business, yeah, administrator with a gun.
Yeah.
Security administration.
Cool. The captain is going to call a last meet for everyone to vote, like pretty soon. You guys have like another hour to kind of decide. And so really I'm just going to ask you guys, we're going to take like another minute or two here to kind of go through the group. What does everyone want to do for our last mission?
Quarantine.
Quarantine?
Cargo.
Quarantine. Okay.
One win
That's
over.
fine. I'm not gonna make a fuss about it.
Make it interesting.
Obviously, right now I'm not. In the future they might, but right now the NPCs are not going to weigh in on this. This is our first job. Cool.
And just like off screen, Koshin would go around and like introduce himself to all of the other crewmates, and just like I'm assuming we have maps and things on our little PDAs.
You have like very small. Yeah, you have diagrams of the ship.
Yeah.
It's like basic stuff.
Yeah, and just familiarizing himself with the layout.
You can like tap in bridge, and it will show you
It'll Google
like a
Maps
little
you there.
line that will take you there.
Yeah. I just want to make basically what we have. We have the
see it.
basic layout of the ship, and that information. Cool.
Wonderful to meet you.
Would it be Cortana though?
And to meet you.
Need anything clean, come to me first. No, Staff Chief Officer.
I believe the AI would be Pallas, Pallas,
Dang.
which is the titan of like knowledge and wisdom.
Palace Athene.
Well, yeah, that's where Athena got the word. She
Yeah.
killed her.
Yeah.
When you kill someone and take their name as a title,
Yeah.
heck,
W.
Isn't that how you got your parents' names?
Jesus Christ. Man, every child is
Survive to adulthood only if you can beat them in Mortal Kombat.
Accidentally kills a Bob, now your name
children.
Bob.
Yeah.
You're gonna name your guns administration and bureaucracy?
That's ridiculous.
I'm
I
trying
don't
to
need my
make
guns.
friends.
Wouldn't name my guns. You don't have a favorite tool?
Shoot, I only just got this one last week.
Yeah. Brand new, baby. All
I
right.
tend to cycle through just about a gun a job.
Oh, I guess you would notice my laser pistol is a little bit older than standard issue currently.
Yep. Still clear for no.
Yeah.
Yeah, still clear for combat, but a little bit
Still
older
functions just fine.
than most recent standard issue.
That's fine.
Oh Jesus. No, I can't answer the call right now.
We're playing
No,
D&D!
I'm working.
D&D.
You're on the road. Drive. Anyway, sorry. Driving to Denver. Like, stop. All right. Cool. Quarantine. We're heading to Wander. Okay. I will pull up the details for this mission.
Give us the stats. Give us the deets, the 411.
Show me the Carfax.
Show me the card.
Okay.
What it do?
53 degrees galactic southeast, heading towards Vulpecula. However, we're really skirting close to the galactic core. We're not going too far. It's only 22 light years, which means our approximate flight time should be 33 days. We're flying a month there and
Fast.
month there and a month back. That's very fast.
I've got 8 months to survive.
Yeah. So you guys are just gonna go there. You're probably only gonna be there like a day or two, and then come back. Or
Probably.
however long you need to rest and recover and resupply. So, yeah, having made that final decision, Billy puts that up to the quartermasters of the yard. They get the ship fully stocked and prepped. Is there anyone wanting any specific information that they can get? Because all of this is available.
Well,
We might have to make rolls.
What is it quarantine against? Is it disease, specimen, asbestos?
They're all just jerks, and the government hates them now.
No. Wander is quarantined by the Black Bloc Federation, which is a kind of just like extragalactic organization outside of the like various galactic governments. They are very specifically they're a form of xenophobic like organization that hates a very specific form of life, and that form of life happens to be present on this planet. They are an invasive species, and humans colonized Wander before these aliens showed up, and then the Federation showed up after that and said, no one can leave. No one can leave till we wipe these guys out.
What are these aliens called?
These are the Gorlamites.
Orlamites.
In the Cygnus Association, they're a relatively minor player, but they are completely technological alien life forms.
So they have invaded Wander.
Yes, there is some number of these alien robots on this planet, and the Black Bloc Federation showed up, quarantined the planet, and said no one can enter or leave until we kill all the robots. That's the fucking rule here now.
Say, Ashton,
Yeah.
you're a xenobiologist, right? According
Yeah.
to the profile. What do you know about them Garlamites? How do you
This
know?
word.
Yeah, this thing on his
Oh,
PDF.
no.
Do you want an assist check from Nora?
Sure.
Seeing as she's a kind of...
So I'm trained in
Oh, that'd be that'd be
She's there
fantastic too. There, Nora.
Well, she's a xenobiologist, but she does the non-humanoid stuff, so this is actually helpful. DC for Gorlamites, DC like 9.
10.
Oh, you're good. Okay, she gives you a bonus. You're good.
You would start us off on a mission with the Transformers.
They're not Transformers. What the fuck, bro? I'm not allowed to use that. I really thought about it. I really thought about it. Okay. Oh man, no, I'm not allowed to use
They're
that.
transmogrifiers.
No. Gorlamites.
Transmorgs.
They're fuses.
They are mechanical life forms. They're the result of atechnogenesis. They're relatively kind of decently spread out across the galaxy, but their population is low. And they're mostly hated by a lot of organic races, but the Cygnus Association technically recognizes them, and they have limited rights. Their big thing is that they can instantly integrate any mechanical or metallic technology into their bodies. So like a Gorlamite could touch a tank and they would instantly absorb all the plate metal and absorb the fucking cannon mechanisms and like everything. They can integrate any machinery or metallics into their body semi-permanently.
What's their average temperament?
Average temperament, from what you understand, territorial.
Uh-oh.
They're not aggressive. Particularly, they're not passive. They're not peaceful. But if
Are they pretty good at showing what there is their territory and what's not?
that depends if you communicate with them.
Oh. You guys can do that, right?
I can. Probably.
Yeah, you can probably do it.
Yeah, I can do it.
We shouldn't be talking to any of them.
So
yeah,
we're
you're not going to be on world.
we are taking this cargo to this world.
To an orbital station.
We're supplying the
People.
Black Bloc Federation.
You're supplying the Black Bloc Federation, and they are currently aiding the human nomads down on Wander.
Yeah, we should have taken the fucking cargo mission.
Well,
We're assisting racists here, guys.
let's just see what's in the cargo, though. If it's just food, I mean, there's good people, there's bad people across the universe. We can't be a judge of that.
There's no
The rest-
good and no bad
There's no need to
people.
bust open the cargo.
This
Leave it
is
sealed.
this is not a military supply run. This is a relief mission. So what you have is, in theory, for the humans on the ground, who are in the midst of this interplanetary war.
So this is for the civvies who are stuck.
Yep.
Yeah, who cannot leave.
Got it.
Yeah.
We're helping people.
We are providing relief.
In theory.
Yeah.
Is there intergalactic markings, like for instance, like a red cross to say like it is relief material or like stamped on it, or is it just
Good question.
trades?
Yeah, there is basically a certification from the Cygnus Association that this is relief material.
It's like a big stamp. It's not like a
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
symbol.
We're not gun runners this time, but at least we're helping people.
Yeah.
And you guys, because you are taking this specific job, you will have access to any blockade or any military partition that the association has like any
Yeah.
influence over.
We got the free pass.
Well, what about the route there and the rest? We got a navigator.
Yeah.
Riva. Where is she?
Riva?
Yeah,
Son of
Riva.
a Riva?
Yeah,
Is she here?
she shows up at the meeting to vote when we kind of make that decision, and as people break off and start talking about fucking pre-flight, yeah, you can ask her.
Riva. Shecky. Good to meet you.
Yeah, she goes shaking hand. She's probably in like her late 40s, early 50s, like very dark skin, kind of short braided hair, very like kind of muscular looking woman, and she's in her crew suit, but she has like the top just like hanging down at the waist, and she's in like a tank top under that.
Classic.
Yeah.
I read the profiles and say you're a navigation officer and the rest. What do you know of this route we're about to make it? Sit here, take.
Well, we're heading down southeast. We're gonna want to be taking the Aquilia route. It is the most stable drive spike space lane. We will get there, worst case scenario, just over a month. However, I think if I work with the captain and if the ship is up to snuff, we could cut that down to just over 20 days.
Sounds good. Is there any compromises? Like, I don't know much about the territory of the space we're heading into. There's going to be pirates or things we can avoid, hazards.
We should be fine, seeing as we're just heading closer to the galactic core. However, obviously, there's always the risk to worry about, and while there aren't any particular outbreaks in the region right now, things always manage to crop up in certain ways that no one expects, so we'll always be on our toes for that.
Keep your eyes peeled.
The closer we get to Scutum Centaurus, the closer we're going to get to the Beyonders, but seeing as we're still tens of thousands of light years out of the way from there, we should be fine.
You mentioned Beyonder. What's a Beyonder?
Well, I don't know, Shecky. Do you want to sleep tonight?
I mean, usually I just take a couple of melatonin pills and knocks me straight out. I mean, I think this could be a conversation for another time. But I think, given by your vibe. Plus, we're in a meeting too, so.
Jackbooted, collar-popping alien thugs who kidnap humans as slaves and hook them up to their hive mind brain-draining machines.
So what you're saying is that we're going to be far away from them on this route?
We're far away from them, but we're going to be heading closer to them than I've ever gone on a mission.
Concerning, but it could be worse.
It could be a lot worse. Honestly, if I were you, I'd be a lot more concerned about the Gorlamites.
No, Max?
Not mechs, but
Oh,
Yeah.
right, sorry.
they don't have an organized navy, but from what I understand, if they have any access to space-worthy technology, they could have orbital access.
When it comes to the bigger question, the rest as a group, will we know, is this relief material something that they had wished to intercept?
They have no need for food, or really any of the supplies we have here, but I don't really know what the temperament is of this particular colony of Gorlamites. If they have an actual problem with the humans on the ground, they might want to intercept material like this just to hurt them.
Understood. Yeah, that's what I was kind of figuring.
She is going to take a second. What is, and this is me asking as the game master, what is your general temperament toward, or like your general kind of stance towards like political correctness here? And like doing what the company expects of you versus being honest, right?
Out yourself right now.
She's trying to get a read on you.
He's pretty honest in the rest. And he's kind of like the captain. He wants to wear his heart in his sleeve in the rest. If it's trying to do the right thing, he'll try and do it.
What's your idea of the right thing?
Well, mainly sending money back to his family, giving food to people's very nice, not hurting others unless deserved.
That's when the shotgun comes out.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Usually in
Real
defense
good.
of others or myself included.
Yeah.
She literally like puts her hand on your shoulder and just kind of gets a little closer to you. I'm gonna try to be honest with you here, old timer.
Right.
I'd be a lot more concerned about being caught in the crossfire when the Federation loses its shit than I would be concerned about the Gorlamites themselves. But officially speaking, the pack favors the Federation a whole hell of a lot more as a business partner than they favor some backworld techno-organic paradise. Right?
Now that's something to think about.
So
Can I roll a notice for this conversation?
absolutely.
That's low. That's plus wisdom, right?
Yeah, sure. That makes sense.
Or is it just,
Wisdom would be good.
do you add notice
Yes.
and wisdom?
You add an ability score, yes.
Cool.
Or ability bonus.
That's 5.
5. No, you don't pick this up.
Yeah, that's fine.
You got other shit on your mind. Pre-flight's starting up, so you need to go be in the cargo bay, actually. Cool. Yeah, she tells you that.
I'll probably have a couple more questions for you at a later date.
I'll probably have a couple more answers, but we should get to work.
You're right.
I was told you put an armor to work pretty early.
Well, attempting to, and the rest. I want to be of service in the rest, and if we're going to make this mission successful, we need to be on our toes.
Good. These civvies need to learn to work for a day or two. And she's going to get right to it. Fun.
I'm satisfied with my answers. I'm sorry if I took the spotlight. You guys start feeling
No, it's
great.
good.
This
This is the
I
stuff
guess
we live for.
We've done some research. We've done some pre-work. We're going to get doing. Okay. Fun. Guys, when we come back from our 5-minute break, we are going to get right into it. We're going to be kind of jumping past the pre-flight phase, and we're going to launch the USC Inevitable for the first time since its revamp. First time with a new crew. Guys, this has been a lot of fun. We're going to get right back into it in 5 minutes. I hope everyone is having a great time. I know we're having a great time. This has been D20 House. See you in a few.